How to handle betrayal trauma over the holidays. This is really a sensitive topic, and if you've experienced betrayal trauma, your pain's valid, and I want you to listen to what we have to share with you. If you haven't subscribed to our channel, please do. We have a lot of stuff that could help you in your recovery and your healing. If you have a question, please put it in the box. We want to hear from you, so stay tuned. How to handle betrayal trauma over the holidays. This is huge because you're already hurt. Whether you found out a year ago or you just last week, you're in trauma. And I highly recommend you get the book, Partner Betrayal Trauma, so you can really realize the PTSD symptoms, the depression symptoms, the self-esteem symptoms, and all the other symptoms that could be impacting you. So at least it gives you some language. So I would say be intelligent before you hit the holidays, so you know what's going on with you. You have a language for what's going on with you. That could be really super, super, super helpful. And if you're going to be in a large family gathering and you have sisters or brothers that can be supportive, you might want to ship them a copy or tell them to download it so they can be sympathetic to what you're going through instead of like asking you to get over it just for the big picture, okay? So how you handle this, I mean, it's going to be different because you might be going to your parents. You might be going to his parents. You might be a man who's been betrayed and not knowing what to do or deal with that, okay? This is some basic principles to help you get through the holidays, and I want to encourage you to walk through this. Number one, keep your healing a priority. Okay, if you are not in a group yet, get in it today. Call my office. We have tons of phone groups you can get into. Get in a group today, because you might need to make that phone call to get through these holidays. There could be a gift that's opened, a comment that's made, a TV show or a movie that just makes you start blubbering or gets you hurt or angry. And you want someone outside your family to be able to anchor you, to ground you, and to help you do what's best for you in that particular situation, okay? So get in a group, have support. That's really, really super important. If you know that you're going to be triggered by certain things or certain people, talk about that maybe with a counselor or a support group person or even a pastor or a priest. Talk to somebody about what could potentially happen, especially if there's infidelity or something like that, and that person might even be there, okay? Next, consider yourself and consider the whole. You know, it's different if you have small kids versus larger kids versus you are the adult child and you're going to the parents' house with your kids. There's a lot of different variables because you have different traditions. And your heart has been just radically hit by the betrayal, whether it's intimacy anorexia and you've been neglected for years or decades, whether it's infidelity or sexual addiction, you've been traumatized. So you're not yourself. So you want to have lower expectations of you. You want to have a way to be able to get out and get grounded. And that is, make sure you have your cell phone with you. If you need a separate car, take a separate car, if that's possible. Okay, if you need to stay in a different hotel room, if you're traveling, go ahead and spend the money and do that so that you have a safe place. If you know where you're going and you can get outside and go for a walk, make sure you have a line. Listen, I need to get my steps on my calendar, whatever you come up with to get out of the situation if you need to just breathe for a while. So you know the circumstances you're going into, create options for safety. Okay, now some of that, if you haven't watched the DVD, I Need to Feel Safe, I highly recommend that before the holidays because it puts safety on the inside of you instead of trying to get everyone around you to micromanage your safety. That's your responsibility. I Need to Feel Safe can teach you how to do that, and it'd be really helpful before the holidays, to be honest. Now, also there's variables whether your spouse will be there or not be there, and whose family and the kids and all that kind of stuff. You're gonna need help. And if you need a counselor to walk through some of that, please do. Have 2 or 3 people that you know that you can call on the holiday day and they will answer their phone. Now, if you're not in a group and you're doing recovery all by yourself, this is a super disadvantage. Get in a group today or have somebody that you can reach out to who knows your situation, All right, you can have a code word with your spouse. If you're feeling triggered by a bunch of stuff, you can say, okay, that. Another thing you could do is Emotional Fitness, which is a great book. It teaches you how to have a feeling and switch a feeling so that you don't have to stay in that kind of maybe disrespected place or feeling judged place. You can go, wait a minute, I'm feeling judged, but I'm gonna switch to being loved. And you switch it without needing people to change. And have realistic expectations. People are generally ignorant to your trauma. And oftentimes and around the holidays, they want you just to kind of, whatever your issues are, put them aside and let's get along and let's have a good time. And you might be resistant to that because you feel like you've done that. Now you might have to look at that and go, okay, for the whole of the family, for where we are in a situation, maybe that is something you kind of say, you know what, I'm just going to try to, get along and do what I can, get through this day, and then have maybe the next day where you do your reprieve and your processing with somebody, or maybe need a day by yourself. That's fine. Maybe you just need a massage the next day. However you need to take care of you, you have to take care of you. Now let's walk through general taking care of you before you go into the holidays. Okay, have your boundaries, maybe even if your boundary is how long I'm going to stay there, who I'm not willing to get into a conversation with because of our views are extremely different, or they just don't understand, or they're going to further blame me for my spouse's issues. Okay, if you need boundaries with those people, you might let the host know that, you know what, I'm gonna not talk to Charlie or Susie, and if you see them trying to come, can you help me out? Okay, set it up so that you can get help. All right, and how you're getting along with your spouse, another variable, and what you two agree with can be really important, and having an understanding if you're capable of doing that. Now, your self-care before going into the holidays is a variable, okay? If you've been traumatized and you haven't had your thyroid checked, get it checked, okay? If you haven't had your hormones checked, get them checked, because those can affect you, and if they're in better shape, you will be better shape. Okay, if you are not doing any physical exercise, you are hurting yourself and you're going to be harder to deal with because you are absorbing stress instead of releasing it. So if you're not working out, today, start working out. Okay, get 30, 45 minutes of cardio, get it done 3 to 5 times a week so that you're kind of got more space inside your body to absorb stress. Because if you're already in partner betrayal trauma, you're already overloaded with trauma, and you're not exercising, and then you go to a stressful situation and expect to act normal, you're setting yourself up for some kind of possible failure. So you don't want to do that, and you don't want to look like the crazy person. So exercise, stretch, do those things. Spiritually, if you've not been connecting to God, if you've not been praying or reading whatever spiritual material is yours, get into that every day. Your disciplines will make the results different because you will be different, okay? If you haven't been reaching out to some friends, reach out to some friends. Okay, make sure that you're writing your feelings down every day. Journal, and do that now so that you have a way of processing feelings. And it might be where you're able to get 10 minutes to sit in a room by yourself and you can just write out what you're feeling, and you've already disciplined yourself to do that so that you can get through that immediate situation where you felt disrespected or unheard or unsupported. And instead of reacting, you can have an action plan where you can say, okay, I'm feeling overwhelmed. If you haven't done enough emotional fitness to move through that, then at least you can say, okay, I'm going to go to another spot. I'm going to sit on the porch. I'm just going to, you know what, I need 10 minutes. I'm going to go write something real quick. Or I'm going to go text a friend or whatever you come up with. And just go out there and, okay, I'm feeling this, I'm feeling this, I'm feeling this, I'm feeling this. What can I do? What are the opposite feelings of this? When did I experience those? And see if you can move yourself emotionally to a safer place. The holidays are tricky in general because we all want to have a happy picture. We all want to have a happy family. And if you've been betrayed, you don't have that. And accepting that's hard. And you might still be bargaining with grief. And if he would have done this or she wouldn't have done this, we wouldn't be in this situation. You are in a situation. You have to accept it and do the best you can with the situation you're in. You're still an adult, you can make good choices, you do not have to be scapegoated, and if you need to avoid certain things, give yourself permission to say, I just need to pass. I can't do that this year. You know what, maybe I need to just stay home watch movies, have a little meal, be grateful, and just have peace. Whatever you need to do for you, it's okay. But the things I've suggested might help you to be able to handle the holidays, even though you have partner betrayal trauma. Now, if you've yet to subscribe to our channel, I really want you to do that. There's so much information on partner betrayal trauma. And the materials I suggested, like the partner betrayal trauma book, the I Need to Feel Safe, could be great things for you. If you have a question, go ahead and put it in the box there. And if you're not talking to someone, you need a counselor, you need to get that today so that you can process some of the stuff pre and post. So call our office, 719-278-3708. We have lots of people that can help you with this. This is what we do all the time. So I'm the father of the partner betrayal trauma movement. So these people have all been trained. If we refer someone to you, they've all been trained and they can help you. So you might need to just reach out for help and have a better holiday. I really hope you can make it as good as you can. Until next time, have a great day.